channel, guys. Today we're going to be prepping, painting, and installing this. This is a Bashbar for the Miata made by True Focus Fabrication. It's really well built, but it's built out of mild steel, so it's going to rust pretty quickly if we don't get it painted. So, first things first, let's get it prepped up, scratched up. We'll get it painted, and then we'll install it into the Miata that's right there. So, step one is just going to be scratching up the surface and cleaning it up. So I've got some 220 grit here. I'm just going to lightly scratch it up. Ideally, I'd use a scratch spray or steel wool, but I don't have any of that right now. So this will do, but it might make it a little more difficult to paint just because it's going to add some deeper cut or scratches than a softer material would. Okay, so I've got that scratched down pretty good. Could be better, but at the end of the day, it's a Bashbar. It's going to get beat up anyway. So next is going to clean it. I'm going to clean it. Personally, I like to use mineral spirits. I don't know if it's the right thing, but it smells good, and so I think that it's doing a good job. So we're going to get this cleaned off, and then we're going to get to prepping and painting it. Now ideally you'd want to hit this with a high build primer, but again it's a Bashbar, so it's just going to get beat up pretty quickly and pretty badly, so I don't really care. I'm just going to hit it with some gloss black trim clad rust paint, and hopefully that does the trick. Again, I'm not looking for perfection, it's a drift car. Now the biggest and the most simple mistake everybody makes when they're painting is not mixing their spray paint cans. So, my recommendation, get yourself a Sawzall, tape it to any fitting on your Sawzall, plug it in, let it eat for a minute or two. Okay, so got that thing painted. Gonna let it sit for a day or two, get nice and hard, and then we'll put it on the car. So see you then. Okay, so it's been a couple days. The Bashbar that I painted up has actually had quite a bit of time to dry. The finish turned out great. It's the best rattle can job I've ever had. So if you need to do a rattle can job next time, Definitely use a Sawzall to shake it up. That worked great. But anyways, so now what we've got to do is we've got to get the bumper off, get the bumper support or the core out. I don't know what it's called. And then we're going to install the bash bar. So let's start disassembling this and get into it. Since I'm a drift boy, the bumper's only held on by zip ties. So it makes it super easy to take it off. This core support's held on by, I believe it's only 8 bolts rather, 4 on each side. I'm gonna guess that it's a 12 mil. Well, I've got the rear bumper off. I've also got it cleaned up. Paint's looking pretty good. Exhaust is looking good as well. So next, what I've got to do here is I'm going to cut off these mud flap things. As you can see, they've gotten pretty destroyed, so they're kind of useless anyway. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut those off because I don't need them. And they just look like shit because when the tires let go, they just take those with them. So yeah, let's cut those off and then we'll get to the final step, which is installing this bash bar. Okay, so I've got these all cut out on both sides. I didn't film the other side because you've already seen it. So now that all that's left is to put the bash bar on. So let's get this installed. Well, there it is. You can't really see it too well in the garage, but you get the idea. Yeah, I'm happy with the fit up. It fit perfectly. The hardware is nice too. Yeah, so if you're looking for a bash bar, so far I highly recommend True Focus Fab. But yeah, that's going to be all for the video. Stay tuned. Next weekend we're going drifting and we'll try this out. Maybe we'll tap a wall or something. But anyways, until then, sorry about the lawnmower. Until then though, we'll see you next week.